Today we will be making this really delicious courgette and roasted hazelnut cake. Actually, what I did end up using was roasted cobnuts. Watch to find out more. So to make our cake you will need some grated courgette. I've put this in a jug, I don't think you can see, up to 500 ml of that, cocoa powder, 3 eggs, self-raising flour, olive oil, caster sugar, mixed spice. This is my own mix, as I didn't have any mixed spice from supermarkets, vanilla essence, and this is where the but comes in. You need chopped roasted hazelnuts, but I am using my own roast of cobnuts. Now I've put them in like a coffee mill which does chopping as well, meant for nuts. Some of the nuts have gone extra fine, some of them there's still some quite big chunks left. As I say, these are cobnuts, but I spent a long time shelling those and there still wasn't enough, so we're going to top up with the hazelnuts, and actually a mix of the fine, the medium, perfect factory size, plus the chunky bits I've got in here will be quite nice. Now if people haven't heard of cobnuts, we're using those because we went foraging. This is a cobnut and this is a hazelnut. Let me just show them side by side. A cobnut is a cultivated hazelnut. So the hazelnut is rounder, and then at the side you can see the cobnut is sort of narrower at the side. We have quite a lot of them in Kent, so that's what we've used. So we've got a mixture. I should think there's probably, do you know what, there wasn't much. I'm going to use as much cobnut as I can, and I'll weigh that and see what there is, and then we'll top up with hazelnuts, and I'll let you know the quantities as we go. Right, so we put this together a little bit similar to how you make a muffin mix, as you put the dry ingredients together and the wet ingredients together separately, and then you mix them together. So in my sieve I've got 350 grams of self-raising flour, 50 grams of cocoa powder and 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. I've also put in a teaspoon of salt. Okay, now we're going to combine the wet ingredients. Right, I like to save as much washing up as I can, so I'm going to put my courgettes just directly in here so that I can use this jug. And you want 175 milliliters of olive oil. Okay, here's our olive oil, and into this we are going to crack 3 eggs. I always give my egg shells a crush afterwards because it breaks them down easier in the compost. And into this we are going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then mix it together. Right, I've put this on the scales and zeroed the scales, and we're going to add 375 grams of caster sugar, I'm going to stop just after 300 because I don't like cakes that are too sweet. I'm just going to mix this in. once this is mixed in, we are going to add it into our dry mix and mix it all together. And now we want 140 grams of the toasted hazelnuts, or cob nuts if you're lucky to get some. So that has come to 90 grams, so excuse my arm, I'm going to use the packet. It did mean I got to sit down in front of the TV for a while to shell those cob nuts. So we're just going to fold these in now. It's smelling really lovely. I'm not too keen on chocolate cake. Rose loves it, but I do like chocolate and nut. So hopefully, Nick eats anything, this will satisfy everybody. I'm going to put this into loaf tins. So I've got my loaf tins here. Grease and flour them. If you do butter and flour, I use cake release. You can get it online from craft shops or Hobbycraft, Lakeland. And you just put a bit in and brush it around. It's really easy to use and cakes come out perfectly every time. Right, that's those done. Now we're going to put them in an oven. I like to put them on a tray because then all I've got to do is grab the tray out of the oven. It just makes it easier. So we're going to put them in my oven, which has been preheated to 180 degrees, and we'll put them in for about 14 minutes. Right, I think they're ready to come out of the oven now. It's been about 40 minutes. They're looking good. Just going to put a cake tester in. And yep, that's come out clean. And that one too. So I'm going to leave them to cool in the tin for a couple of minutes and then put them on a wire rack. So I want to show you how quick these come out of the tins and easy with the cake release. I've got a clean tea towel. It's not been very long at all, like less than a minute. I wanted to get them out the tins. There we go, it just falls out. And it's even got the complete shape of the inside of the tin. And there they both are. Looking good, smelling good. They need to cool down a bit. I don't know why they don't use cake release on the bake-off. Maybe there's a rule against it. But there we go. They smell absolutely delicious. And I hope you give them a go. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Bye bye.